Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. My name is Jinza013 and someone left a comment on top of this bonfire. I'm actually impressed about that because that's kind of interesting. Either way, last time we defeated the Knight Artorias and, well, brought an end to him. And this time we're going to continue onwards through the Oolacile Township. In my opinion, probably one of the worst areas of the DLC. Generally, what my plan is, we're not really that whole far through. In fact, we're pretty much getting close to the end. Well, we will be getting soon. But this is something I normally don't. Okay, this is like I can't even speak because I get killed instantly. Oh, what I was going to say is, generally, what I normally do through this place in normal playthroughs of mine, I'll just speed through. I try to get through the place as quickly as possible, but since since I have different plans with this tune, I'm actually going to explore this place for once. So, well, at least for my sake. So, you guys get a nice little tour of Oolacile, and well, what has become of it? Why? Who knows? Who knows what's become of this place? All I know is it's really kinda pretty, honestly. Sorcerers do apparently very well against them. Much better than trying. Much better. I would try to do. There is a NPC invasion you can do here, and that you can do. It's kind of unique and fun. The only reason I'm not doing that is because, unfortunately, with the Oolacile Township, it's a very famous place in which you can kind of get invaded a lot. It's a very infamous invasion spot. Oh, if I could just not be stunned by everything, I'll be happier. Seriously, need to get some health on this. I really could use some health eventually. That'll be a plan, yeah. And basically, just to let you know of everything that is in here, we have people who use magic as well. Who hit even further to the point where I make mistakes and die. Well, yeah. Did I mention did I mention that this is probably the worst part of the game for me, at least? Because it is. This is literally the worst area for me. But I mean, like, it's not to a point where I hate it. It's just like I just kind of understand that I'm somehow like extraordinarily bad. So I just kind of so it's probably best I just kind of take my time. Just, you know, be careful. Try to not make any risk. Because risk generally kind of double. Or for some reason, some reason I decided to make a shockwave when I was doing a jump attack. But you know, why not? Sometimes you just want to. Some people just want to change that up. Although I am very happy with how much damage the sword does. I am very satisfied about that. Mostly because I can actually go into melee when I feel like it, and I don't feel like I'm contributing nothing to that. And the fact is, I am fairly proud. I think the main reason I have a problem dying here is mostly from the ledges. It's just how they kind of if you're being when you're trying to be real cautious, they tend to. It's mostly just the way everything is built, how all the ledges are. The corners are kind of in a very sharp way where you will actually kind of tend to make a mistake if you're not careful, I guess. Hey, I actually dodged that. I'm actually impressed with that. I normally never dodge that move. Alright, so over there we have the soul of a brave warrior. I believe there was a soul up there I probably collected but didn't point it out, so I apologize. I'm just gonna kill this guy first because where we're gonna go is this way. Because we have a few goodies we can get, and I think this is also the way to, the first real thing we need to collect here. Actually, there's two things we need to collect down here, at least, over here. One is kind of more important that some people use if they're not good at dodging. Oh, there's an item. I think that's like a soul item. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need that. Might have trouble getting... oh, yeah, here it is. Do I have any light on me? Do I have light? No, I don't. I probably could make a trip to Mushroom Elizabeth to get some magic from her. Oh, yeah, I should mention. These guys' catalysts, these guys have the ability to poison with their catalyst. Isn't that lovely? Leave it to my naive self to forget that I wouldn't have to be dealing with poison, but I guess it's a good thing I have, like, that much, so much, like, purple moss clumps on me. And... okay. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this woman here is guarding the first item of our first real item, which contains the Dark Orb, which is a sorcery, which is going to be one of the things I'm going to be using from now on. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Oolacile sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fires a giant dark orb. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps human souls, because of their humanity, produce sorceries with more tangible presence. Basically, this is the real... oh. And I got... wow, I got the blow... I actually got her head, so... I guess to let you know, the head of an Oolacile resident whose humanity went wild after being devoured by the Dark of Manus, father of the Abyss. The bloated head is fissured, the cracks lined with innumerable tiny red eyeballs, and assented by protruding brain parts. It is lightly enchanted, suggesting that it may have belonged to a sorcerer. So, basically, that kind of gives you a sense that all these, like, bloat-headed people we are meeting are actually the remnants of Oolacile, whose humanity went wild due to Manus, the father of the Abyss. I'm not sure if I should say this or not, but gee, spoilers, eh? But he's kind of our boss, and killing that guy gives us the I'm sorry carving, which really, do I have space? No, I don't. I'll demonstrate a point of it later, but pretty much it allows you to throw a little carving that gives a little voice like, I'm sorry. It's kind of cool. I might give it a chance to show you later. Meanwhile, I need to figure where I'm supposed to go, because I don't normally go exploring Oolacile Township a whole terribly lot. Ah, stairs. Stairs are good. Stairs are always good. Stairs are your friend, because they never are wrong. Alright. Oh, okay, so I can get the soul, which is another soul item. Oh, I guess I was right about the soul item, so, hooray. I'm a nerd. Yee. And just going to die, I guess. Oh well. I guess while I'm at it, I could meet you guys back over where the there shall let there be lights or something like that. So I can go. Actually, no, I have to collect my souls anyway. Or actually, yeah. You know what? Actually, no, I'll show you guys. It'll probably be rather quick, and I think Elizabeth does have a bit of something else to tell you once you have been Artorias. So I guess there is another bit of relevance for me coming here, I suppose, other than just like for the sake of getting something I should have done before.
If there's anything I can do.
Well, kinda need some light, so offer that, eh?
Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Oolacile. Knight Artorias came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss. overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet.
You're still a talking mushroom.
Thou shalt see further.
Okay, you have nothing to say. Well, never mind. Pretty much she just kind of mentions that, like, the abyss is, that there is something, that she's pretty much telling what we've kind of, what pretty much I've gathered, or what I've told you guys is, shit has gone wrong. The abyss is spread, and, well, generally awful things are going on. Notorious went off to go deal with it, but apparently not even a hero is not without a bit of darkness within them, so there's a few ways you can interpret that. Yeah, there's a few ways you can interpret that. I'm not gonna. I forgot to equip this friggin' cast light thing on. I am smart, so I'm just gonna get rid of my soul arrows since I kinda don't need them anymore. So you get the dark orb and cast light. And I guess just to show you guys the dark orb, because really it's kinda cool. Bam. Not the best looking thing in the world, but I personally kind of like it. There are three other abyss sorceries we can get. Two of them we can actually get in one row. Okay. Two we can get. Two more. One more we can find within the township. Another we'll be finding later on. The last sorcery is actually a option to get, which I want to get because, well, I'll be very blunt. I've tested it out, and oh my god, it's kind of beautiful. I'd be kind of doing myself sort of a dishonesty, not wanting to use it. Then it was sort of planned for me to try to use it with this guy. And unfortunately, I am aware that I'm probably there's probably going to be a lot of people now who know that I'm using the sorceries, and I'm probably going to get a lot. Thank you for falling to your death, sir. I'll take that. I know there's a lot of controversy with people using the dark swords, the dark magic, mostly for people who like who invade, who do nothing but use the dark, like a certain sorcery of the dark magics that are like that a lot of people kind of like have dislikes for people who use it. Which admittedly I can understand why it has such a bad rep, but it actually is really cool. I personally kind of like it, not for, but it's like at the same time it's like I'm kind of grown to understand why it's like not as liked, why it kind of has the bad rep, so it's more understandable. And there's my souls. Hey. Trying to remember where to get. Okay, I think I'm going the right way to cast some light onto. Ah! No! You! Go away! Going to, like, surprise the thing, but never mind. Basically, with the cast light allows the little light bulb on your head. Kind of illuminates the area, but the reason it opens this little door because it gives us a very useful item for later on. The silver pendant, which just for the lore, just so I can tell you, it is a silver pendant engraved with the crest of Artorias, one of the ancient treasures of Anor presented to Artorias for facing the abyss. Effectively deflects the dark of the abyss, especially in its magic forms, which I will say is possibly one of your best ways of dealing with, if you're bad at dodging the magic of the sorcerers here, you could just use the dark pendant and you can pretty much spam this basically, and you will more than likely cause the magic to deflect. I'm backtracking slightly to this chest, mostly because we have ourselves yet another mimic. Tricksy little hobbit. Unfortunately, since I was hiding directly under his legs, he wasn't able to hit me, so nah! And we get to see another carving of the very good. It's kind of sad that you don't get the carvings right, like I think these are like the only times you don't get the carvings. It's kind of sad because they're kind of funny. And I'm going to make my merry way over here, and I'm just show the power of the silver pendant. Just does it like that. No problems whatsoever. As a blowhead sorceress dead. And basically now we're going to go to the second variation of the bloatheads, in which their eyes kind of glow, which pretty much they do more damage. That's really the only difference, is they just do more damage. There's a guy behind here that you can always literally just do a two-handed, like, R2 move, your power move, I guess. And you will just generally hit through the wall and kill him. That's generally what I do. Even if I did knock out a bit more of my durability. Probably would be a good idea to get some repair dust or the repair sorcery. Wouldn't hurt. Pretty much this guy also comes from the ceiling, so beware. And this is probably an item we've seen before. Rubbish! And now here's pretty much an infamous room, because this is a room I am very famous for dying at. And over there is another, and over there, that little chain is another item for us, which I'm going to get. But first, I'm dying! Yep. I saw that coming so badly. Mostly because for some reason I'm terrible at like not getting stuck in that. I get stuck in that stairway so much trying to do the plunging attack on them. So, yeah, I'll meet you guys over there again. I'm just gonna speed run over there. So, speed run, engage, unless I die. It's gonna go horribly. I just know it. Oh my god! Okay, so that actually almost ended terribly, because what I thought was a clever idea almost ended in complete death because I thought I was being clever. I am both a genius and an idiot. I need to realize. I seem to never realize that. So, yeah. Generally, my segments when I do this is generally a part in which I start having bad ideas. I mean, they're good. They're well thought. They're like the thought out, but in good intention. But you kind of realize that you can kind of tell the person is not thinking. And I lost all the souls! Yay! Wonderful. What happens when you try running and you're too slow? So, yeah. Didn't mention I'm bad at this place, because I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm just generally being terrible. Come on. Yeah, I'll meet you guys over, like, in the other area. Try to kill that bug on my way. Hey, well, we're close enough. Pretty much at the running of the silver pendant, basically. It's close enough, so I might as well just continue onwards. Thank God that these things have no poise whatsoever, so I can get away with little things like that. So I'm probably gonna have to be very careful of how I do this. Come on. There we go. That works just as well, apparently. And basically, these guys are kind of a good way to sort of grind for large titanite shards for both normal and green, if you're needing, depending on your upgrade path. Now the big question of the day is, can I do the plunging attack down there and not mess it up? Or will I just ignore it because I'm gonna just go straight for the item over there? That works. It actually sounds like a better idea. More safe, a much safer one for sure. So I'll take it. So, what is this entail? And more than likely, hopefully, I think maybe you should, like the sorceress will knock the chain over, which will make my life much easier. So what I need to do more now, although now I remember the reason why I do plunging attacks down up there. It gets rid of that sorceress. Just being a scumbag. Again, just another mimic chest, but only reason I'm doing this with magic because I wanted to. But this is actually a good mimic because this key will be important later on, and it's going to set up for a later point for us. Just give you a little hint. Here's the basic lore as I try to do. Here's the key for this. The bent crest key. The grooves of the crest are enchanted. The door sealed with a powerful spell. That probably sounds extremely cryptic as hell for anyone, which I won't blame you. It pretty much did my first time. But nonetheless, it will make sort of sense later. I say sort of, but it probably won't. Either way, why don't we go kill a terrible, terrible... I'm in a dilemma of sorts because what I need is down there, but there's a bloathead that can easily... Actually, why don't I just do this? Take a leap of faith. Oh god, that was... Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping. That's what I was fearing because of that. That's the reason I hate going for that sorcery. Basically, that was another of the best sorceries. In my opinion, that's probably the harder one to get, just for the sole fact of how much preparation you have to put in just to make sure you perfectly get it. And even then, you're not really guaranteed all that much to acquire it because there's, the death trap. You're kind of forcing yourself into a death trap, as I perfectly demonstrated, unfortunately. Yeah, because I just love doing that. Counterattack makes things easier for me. But, however, I will say once we can get to that point, things will be a lot easier. I won't have to be making this ridiculously long trek afterwards. Because, mercifully, Dark Souls FromSoft was very kind to create a shortcut there. To create a shortcut nearby. Which is kind of where that pagoda is. So, if I die like after that, I'll be relying on that solely. Thank you for making me use that, eh? He thinks I was... Probably wouldn't hurt to... Okay, you are really going to kill me if I am not careful. Yeah! Wow, I died. Yeah. I think I should just get used to the point I'm dying because I have like no health. I have no health, so I must scream. So, I'm just gonna meet you guys over at the actual... I'll meet you guys down there, basically, so I'll see you then. Alright, here we are, we're back. Can I do this correct now? Nope, I'm just going to mess it up. But at least kill her. Now I gotta be careful because there's the sorcery. And there's like an entire mook brigade for me. And I also gotta be careful with my range because eventually it's going to get the Oolacile sorcerer, the bloat sorceress on me as well, which I want to avoid at all a lot. The only problem with this too is how much it costs. I guess I should also mention real quick. Here's the soul of a hero. And please, time me right. Nope. Alright. Okay, at least they're clear. I could really care less about the moral dilemmas of this sorceress. Because I can just run under and she won't be able to attack me at all. Which, we get the dark fog. I'm going to just get away from her now. And I'll talk about it now. And I'll take this time to talk about it. The Abyss Sorcery, discovered by a Oolacile sorcerer, blah blah blah, creates a cloud of dark fog. Although dark fog is, in theory, relatively close to humanity, it also happens to be a terrible poison for humans. Perhaps it reflects man's cruelty against his own. And pretty much interesting what madness and darkness can do to a person when they use sorcery. And here's a shortcut. So yay. And even better, we're almost, and even better to that fact, we're almost out of here. We just got a bit of a mess to go through. Well, ambush. Or death, because apparently my own controller didn't even register that I pressed dodge. But that's alright. A bit more of a better mood just for the sheer fact that, you know, I'm actually at a bonfire that I can press that. Get my other Abyss Sorcery out. And probably I'm also gonna take and just burn my soul so I can actually generally repair my stuff. Mostly my sword. So I can actually have like the shockwave, my shockwaves that I keep in the, so I can still have chances to use the shockwave that I sort of keep in reserve. It's like a well-loaded gun. I need ammo for it. But only it's like all my magic into it. For moonlight! All the moonlight. I'm so bad at my timing. Well, I lost those souls too. You know, yeah, funny thing, it seems like I'm actually much worse playing it seems I'm much worse playing Dark Souls while recording. And probably trying to commentate. I wonder why. Probably crazy, but it's like it's just a theory I've noticed. And I suppose I could show the Dark Fog, even though out of all of them I kind of find no use, but pretty much it creates a fog over your target. I guess the good thing is the fact that it has the range and it will pretty much instant poison. Well, it brought these fools' attention, but they didn't notice, so I could just stand here and let them be poisoned like a scumbag, but you know what? I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. I won't be that guy just before she, literally just sit there and just watch them. Well, actually, I am that kind of person, but I'm not gonna do it for you guys because that isn't probably the most entertaining thing to see. So yeah, I look out for you guys. Now, my main issue is how I'm going to attract. Basically, the way you want to do it is you want to get the. There's two of the melee guys down to either side. Oh, well, that's one way. I think I got the... Oh! That worked like a charm. Okay. Be one of them... I honestly don't know why that worked so well as it did, but okay. Alright, now basically here's the real... This is kind of like your real test for your, like, testing your pendant powers, I guess. Oh no! And pretty much that is an example of them using the dark fog. And I almost got fully poisoned because of it. And I died too, of all things, apparently. I love it when that happens. 'Cause I was almost done. You scumbag. Yeah, that's probably one of the harder parts of the game, next to like the Archers of Analondo, in my opinion at least. Mostly just the fact that you're forced to deal with two of them at the same time, so it's like you're somehow kind of like trying to figure out how to work around it. Well, that's what happens when I got careless for, you know, trying to kill things in a frenzy, and I lost those souls too. You know, I'm saying I wouldn't care about the souls, but I do. It hurts every time. But you know what? Eventually you just have to let them go. Because unfortunately, if there's one thing Dark Souls will teach you is you're going to die a lot, so you might as well kind of get used to it. Even for doing stupid heroics like that. I would feel better about myself if I didn't get stunned every time. That literally did not happen every time, and every hit did not just take like half my health away. I'd feel kind of better about myself if that didn't happen. Which is why I'm probably going to start putting health immediately as soon as I reach to 50 intelligence. That's probably what I'm going to do. And it's just mostly because, like, it's getting ridiculous. So, like, I get hit once and I'm, like, half dead. No health Valtier here is really hurting me. Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. Having a bun, don't stop me now. Ow, you. I don't like you. I don't know what you're planning to do with your mad fit of giggles, but I don't approve, so you're gonna die now. That is not the... Wait. Okay, oh, I was about to... Okay, so that guy was actually moving. That's kind of something they'll do as well, like, they'll kind of see you... Oh. Oh my god, that just destroyed all my health. Don't you dare dark fog me, you turd. Why? I swear, call me crazy, but I swear it feels like their fog has a bigger cloud radius than yours. Alright. So, I have no health, well actually I have no Estus, but I have one of them left, again. And he's dead. But unfortunately, I wish that was the end because we actually have a much worse customer up ahead. Because over there is a mini-boss. He is the Chained Prisoner. And unfortunately, even though he's a mini-boss, he actually responds, unlike every other mini-boss in the game. He's the only one of his kind that actually responds, but unfortunately he is dead because I have magic, so yeah. And actually, an interesting fact, he does He will drop parts of the chain armor set for you. I guess it makes sense because he's the chain prisoner. So, and just to let you know, congratulations, you have made your way out of the Oolacile Township. You have survived if you've suffered as much as I have. And I did set that up because I knew of that ambush. It's like one last way they want to get rid of you.